Hi, friends. How are you? Welcome back to the show. I am coming to you live from Nashville, Tennessee. It's actually funny because before we decided to move to Texas, we were between Nashville and Texas. And like, I could absolutely live in Nashville. I love this city so much. I think it's so fun. I think it's like the people are amazing. It's Southern charm, but it's country. It's just, oh, I love this city. If you're listening to this and you're from Nashville, I love your city. I love your city. Anyway, we are coming into a new moon. So a little bit of an energy update for you today, as well as something that I think it's really important to talk about, and that is vulnerability as a coach. So this is going to be, if you're in a leadership position, if you coach anything, if you are a teacher of any sort, if that is your business, if you have a coaching business or you're a leader in your business, this episode is going to be really great for you because I'm going to tell you kind of about what I think being vulnerable as a leader actually is, compared to what most people assume it is, and why I think we get lost and therefore our businesses don't grow. So stay tuned. Let's go. Before I get into all of that, I have to tell you about The Reckoning, which is definitely coming up quick. Prices are increasing this evening. So if you're catching this first thing in the morning, you have until tonight to get The Reckoning for $444. Otherwise, it is going up to $888. By the time this launches, it'll probably be a $1,777 program. And that's just because it keeps growing. It keeps evolving. I mean, this program, The Reckoning, it's everything that I have learned over the last years, however many years, as an entrepreneur, as somebody who's been building a brand. And it's time to come home to ourselves, like it's really time to develop a sense of who we are without all the noise, without all the validation, without all of the, you should do this and why aren't you doing that? And this course is going to give you that confidence that you've been desperately looking for. It's going to help you step into that richer, more eloquent, wealthy version of yourself. And I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about your essence. And it's time, it's time that you come home to yourself. And when we're building businesses or we're building lives, you don't have to have a business to take this course. This course is for anyone, but this is all about the energetics of leading yourself. This is all about the energetics of coming home to your personal power. This is all about the shift that's happening and how we're gonna move through it, and who we're going to do that with. And so if you are a person who is like, I am ready, like you don't even necessarily know what you're ready for. You're just like, I'm ready. I'm over myself. I'm over like making excuses. I'm over staying stuck. I'm over being in these loops and these patterns that have just like kept me right where I'm at. This is the course for you. And, you can get it at a steal for the rest of the day, which is $444. You can do that in full. You can do that in payment plans. There's really no excuse not to jump in if it's pulling at your heartstrings. So this is a real test of your intuition. Are you going to follow your intuition or not? I hope I see you in there, though, because I can't freaking wait. I'm so excited about this. This is probably going to be one of my most profound containers ever. And there's so many people already inside, and I just know it's going to be magic. So come join us. New moon in Aquarius. We are here. We are coming into Aquarius season. It is happening tomorrow. On the 21st. Comes in around noon Eastern Standard Time, somewhere around there. But what is the new moon? What is a new moon in general? New moon is a really good time to set intentions. Think of it like new, fresh energy, new goals, new perspectives, right? A full moon is about releasing toxic patterns, releasing old thoughts, releasing things that don't serve us. New moon is welcoming in that new energy. And new moon in Aquarius is a intellectual sign. This sign is a thinking sign. Aquarius, I don't know a single Aquarius does not think deeply about things. And so the message as we come into this new moon is, what are you creating? What have you been thinking about? What have you been trying to intellectualize or articulate? This is really your moment to set the intention for that and really harness the power of Aquarius to kind of, like blast off into being able to articulate your good ideas, being able to articulate your thoughts and put them down on paper, and really create a sense of understanding between you and your goals and your aspirations and everything that you want to, everything you want to accomplish. But it's a really good time to kind of set your intention so you can start to, I guess, attune to the frequency that you've been wanting to, achieve. And this new moon is a really energetic moon. So it's really a good time to get your energetic body ready. It's a really good time to set your intentions. I have a soft spot for Sagittarius. For Aquarius, mind you. I'm a Sagittarius, so everything I just say is a Sagittarius. But I have a soft spot for Aquarius. My son is an Aquarius, and I've been telling him, I'm like, buddy, it's time to work on your energy. It's time to work on your vibration. What vibration are you putting into the world, the universe, right? This is a really good time to start to manifest all those things that you want. You're going to have probably a lot of energy with this new moon. And so that may come in the form of people or projects or resources or other encounters that kind of just seem like they're happening. But it's a really good time to manifest everything that you have been thinking about for so long. So happy new moon in Aquarius to you. Enjoy it. I know I will. I think I talk a lot about, I hear a lot about like, oh, well, what does it mean to be vulnerable as a leader or as a coach? Like, I want to share my vulnerability with people. I want people to, see that I'm relatable. And I love that. I think that vulnerability and relatability are the money makers for the coaching space or the leadership space. You have to be a relatable person. People have to be able to understand you in order to work with you or to hire you or to listen to your podcast or whatever it is. And so nothing I'm saying today is taking away from the need to be relatable and vulnerable with your audience. I just think we're doing it in the wrong way. And I think we're doing it in a way that is more coming from our deep-seated desire for validation than it's coming from us really wanting to educate. And I don't think that's a conscious thing either. I really do think that it's a subconscious thing, because I've said this many times. We as a human collective are very, very deeply programmed to seek outside validation for everything we do. And I think this is just another example. So here's what I mean by that. I don't think that if you're not in a leadership role, or if you're not a coach, or you don't fashion yourself a coach or a leader, then this probably doesn't apply to you. But if you are, there's a certain responsibility you have for the energy you hold for your business, right? The energy you hold for your network, the people who follow you, right? Your clients. There is a certain energy that you need to maintain, and a certain prowess that you need to hold yourself to, that is going to require you to have more emotional intelligence when it comes to the way in which you share lessons with your audience. For example, if you are currently going through a really weird time in your life or your business, and maybe it's a money thing, maybe, there's some grief happening, maybe there's just so many things that seem to be going wrong, I'm not telling you to never share that with your audience. I'm going to say, when are you going to share that with your audience? Because if you share it the moment you feel it, as you're going through it, right? And it comes from a place of, look, you can do what I do, or I understand what you're going through because I'm currently going through it, then you are not appearing as a leader to your audience. You are appearing as a peer mentor, a support system, somebody who they can, relate to. And I don't know about you, but when I go to hire a coach, or when I listen to leaders, So I love Ed Milet. I think Ed Milet definitely needs to get more in touch with his feminine energy body for sure. He's living in his masculine a little bit too much, and he's just a lot of like, ugh. But his messaging is really great, and the things he shares are really great, and he has an insane story, and the way in which he shares it is so inspiring to me as somebody who does go through similar things. But when I listen to him, I'm not listening to him because I feel like he's going through what I'm going through. I listen to him because I know that he has gone what I'm going through, and he can get me through it because he's been through it himself. And that's what I'm talking about. I see so many leaders and coaches just get on their Instagrams or get on their social media platforms and be like, oh my gosh, like, are you exhausted? Same. And then they're wondering why they're not making sales. They're wondering why nobody wants to buy their products or their services. And it's like, well, because if somebody's going to hire you as a coach or as a leader to them, they want to know that you've been through what they've been through, not that you're going through it. And so what I'll suggest to you is that when you're sharing these lessons, and I go through things all the time, like currently in my life, I'm going through a lot of really weird stuff, but I'm not going to share that in detail with my audience yet because I haven't learned the lesson. And I have an accountability and a responsibility to my business and to my network that I don't want. By me, if I were to come on and share exactly what I was going through right now without having learned the lessons that I'm meant to learn from it, then I am going to validate people's insecurities. I am going to validate their fears and their scarcity and their guilt and their shame and all these other things. I'm going to validate those things by sharing it right now because I don't have a lesson. So if anything, it's just going to be like, oh, well, see, Danielle's going through it too, so I don't need to do anything. Because if somebody doesn't have the emotional intelligence or hasn't done the shadow work that I have, then validation for where they're at could get them to stay there longer. And I'm not trying to get my audience to stay stuck in their loops any longer than they already have been. And that is why I choose, when I am going through something shitty, I learn the lesson. What is the lesson I am meant to learn from this shitty situation? And then when I've learned the lesson and I'm clear on what the lesson was, then I will go back and I will share it with my audience in like vivid detail. Because then it's coming from a place of, I know where you're at because I've been there. And this is what I mean when I say I've been there, but I'm not there anymore, which means that I can get you through it. And so I think if you're looking for ways to grow your business, or you're looking for ways to expand your clientele or your revenue, how are you approaching your audience? What vulnerability are you leading with in your audience? Are you coming at them with like I'm your equal and like we're the same in the exact same place? Or are you coming to your audience in, I have been through this really shitty thing and here are the details of that and I know how to get you through it, so let's work together. Because I know when I hire coaches, I'm not hiring coaches that are at the same level as me. I'm hiring coaches that have been where I want to go, that are at where I want to go. And you really have to think about that even down to the kind of content that you're putting on your social media. Because I'm sorry, if you have a business and you use your business at all on social, or you promote your business at all, I sneezed. If you promote your business at all on your social media, I'm sorry, your social media is a business tool. So you coming on and complaining about everything that you're going through without being able to share the lesson that you're learning, you're just giving your audience permission, your audience who has not done the work that you've done. Like, sure, I could get on there and I could be like, I'm going through this. And if somebody on my audience, like if it was a one-on-one client, like I'll share what I'm going through with my one-on-one clients because I know that they're at the emotional intelligence level to go, oh my gosh, Danielle's going through this too. And if I know she's going to get through this, so then I can get through this. But my average audience, like your average audience, hasn't done the shadow work that you've done. They haven't done the work on their emotional intelligence that you have. So if you're sharing what you're going through in the moment, you're not going to inspire them. You're not going to empower them. You are going to validate them and make them feel like they can stay stuck. You're going to give them permission to stay where they're at. So I don't know. Think about it. And this is all stuff I'm going to be teaching in the Reckoning. This is all things I'm going to be teaching in the Reckoning. And I think it's really important. And I think that little switch to content could be transformational for anyone's business. I really, really do feel that way. So I hope this was helpful. And come find me on Instagram and chat with me. You can always look up my courses. I have a lot of them. I'm currently in pre-sale and the waitlist is open. We're relaunching Money Vibe, which is my money energetics and wealth energetics masterclass. We are relaunching it and it's going to be better than ever. It might even turn into a course. So price point for sure is going to go up. But for now, the wait list is open and the price is low. And if you're working on your money story and you're working on healing your relationship with money this year, then I highly suggest you get into that masterclass/course. You can DM me on Instagram at Danielle_on-the-daily to get on that wait list. And you can always go to DanielleMcCleary.com/courses to see all of the things that I offer. You can also click on the Work With Me tab if you are looking to get a little bit more one-on-one or you want to participate in a higher level container like a mastermind. That would be DanielleMcCleary.com/workwithme. So I hope you have a beautiful day and a beautiful weekend. Happy new moon in Aquarius, and we will chat soon. Bye.